Clark, another long three. She's back!
One of the WNBA's brightest stars, a two-time MVP and champion, stood completely stunned in that moment. She smiled, shook her head, and for a second had no words. It was almost unbelievable, and honestly, who wouldn't feel the same? Inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the crowd exploded with excitement as if a title had just been secured. The moment felt almost unreal, a basketball highlight that instantly grabbed the attention of fans, players, and legends throughout the sports world. Within just a few hours, the clip of that single play spread like wildfire online.
Right side, now come back to your favorite spot again. It doesn't matter if there's a hand in her face contesting. Look at that reaction.
Quickly collecting more than 786,000 views. LeBron James, yes, LeBron James himself, even posted about it on Twitter, recognizing how incredible the shot was. ESPN kept replaying it again and again. For a short time, the entire basketball community.
And Cunningham is down behind the play, but they've got Caitlin Clark to fire away from three.
From NBA superstars to everyday fans, was completely focused on Caitlin Clark. Then the actual game unfolded. But this wasn't an ordinary matchup. It was a showdown between the Indiana Fever and the New York Liberty. The Fever didn't simply win, they completely controlled the game. Their 102-88 victory over the previously undefeated Liberty sent shockwaves throughout the league. Caitlin Clark wasn't just knocking down shots. She was directing the pace, leading her team, and creating history. The Fever played with precision, confidence, and total focus, with Clark at the center of everything.
Two players with incredible
But the question remained, why did that single shot from midcourt create so much excitement? What was it about that moment that made even the league's best players pause and watch? Because it wasn't just a deep three-pointer, it was a message. Clark's logo shot was a bold display of confidence, a clear signal that she belonged among the WNBA's top players. It left everyone asking, is the Clark effect here for good? The entire buzz started with that breathtaking play that stunned everyone in the arena, especially Breanna Stewart. When discussing elite WNBA players, Stewart's name is always near the top. She's a two-time MVP, a champion, and a player known for her calm and control on the court. Yet when Caitlin Clark, only in her second year and recently returning from injury, launched a shot from the logo and buried it, even Stewart couldn't hide her reaction. She smiled, laughed, and shook her head in disbelief. That wasn't just an ordinary response. It was a genuine moment of respect from one of the game's best. In that instant, Breanna Stewart, a player famous for dominating every aspect of the game, recognized that Caitlin Clark had produced something remarkable. It wasn't luck, and it wasn't simply a heat check attempt. Everyone already knew Clark possessed that kind of range. But choosing to take that shot in that situation, against the undefeated Liberty in a high-stakes matchup, revealed a level of confidence rarely seen, even among seasoned veterans. Stewart's reaction wasn't only surprise, it reflected admiration. As someone who has been at the top of the league for years, she knows exactly what greatness looks like. That smile and head shake seemed to say, all right, you're the real deal. And that carries weight because Stewart doesn't give that kind of respect lightly. When she reacts with that level of amazement, you know something special just happened. What made the moment even more powerful was the situation surrounding it. The Liberty had not lost a single game all season. They were the team everyone was chasing, the benchmark of excellence in the WNBA. Meanwhile, the Fever were still trying to prove they deserved to stand with the league's elite. This wasn't just another game. It was a defining test for both teams. Caitlin Clark, returning after time away due to injury, also had something to prove. Many wondered if she could meet the enormous expectations, if she could overcome the injury and perform at the same level again. Clark didn't just respond to those doubts. She rewrote the narrative. She ignored the pressure, the expectations, and the magnitude of the moment, and simply played her style of basketball. That logo shot turned into the symbolic shift in the game's momentum. It wasn't only about scoring points. It represented the fearless attitude Clark brought to the court. She faced the league's top team, the undefeated New York Liberty, and sent a clear message. She wasn't intimidated. By the final buzzer, her performance proved she was more than just a scorer. She was someone capable of changing the flow of a game and swinging momentum in her team's favor. That play wasn't merely a shot. It was a defining moment that showed exactly what kind of player Caitlin Clark is. And there was no need for extra explanation. Stewart's reaction said everything. Normally, Stewart keeps her emotions completely controlled during games. She is famous for her calm personality and her ability to remain composed even in the most intense situations. Yet, even she couldn't ignore the importance of what she had just witnessed. That's exactly what made the moment so unforgettable. Within moments, the clip of Stewart smiling and shaking her head spread rapidly online, appearing everywhere. ESPN even shared Clark's logo, three-pointer again, on X, previously known as Twitter, sparking the debate. Is Caitlin Clark already a generational talent? During the live broadcast, some commentators even boldly stated, Caitlin Clark might be the best basketball player in the world right now. As the conversation grew, it became increasingly obvious that Caitlin Clark wasn't simply a star of the future. She was dominating the present. The respect shown by Stewart, the excitement from fans, and the massive media attention all highlighted one clear reality. Caitlin Clark was taking over the spotlight. But Clark didn't stop after that single highlight. She didn't just send a message with that deep three-pointer. She continued attacking, pushing forward, and making her presence known throughout the game. The Liberty's defense began to look unsettled, and the Fever started building momentum. By the time the game ended, Stewart may have smiled at the shot earlier, but there was nothing humorous about the final score. Clark's incredible performance, combined with her leadership on the floor, turned the matchup into a completely one-sided contest. Caitlin Clark's impact wasn't only about scoring baskets. It was about the confidence and control she showed after making them. Her influence was visible in every phase of the game. Clark didn't simply return to the court after injury. She returned ready to command it. As the game progressed, it became obvious that Clark wasn't the only one stepping up. The Fever, once seen as underdogs, started looking like a team capable of challenging anyone in the league. Clark sparked the energy, but the collective effort of the team truly made the difference. Suddenly, the story wasn't just about Clark's comeback. It was about an entire squad rising to the occasion in a way few people expected. Kelsey Mitchell, who had been relatively quiet during the opening quarter, eventually found her rhythm and played a major role in the victory. She finished with 22 points, but it was the timing of her baskets, particularly the crucial ones, that shifted the momentum. Once Mitchell heated up, the Liberty struggled to contain her, and their frustration became obvious. Sydney Carlson also made a strong impact. Her hustle and determination helped maintain the Fever's momentum whenever the Liberty attempted to mount a comeback. Coming off the bench, Carlson quickly contributed by drawing fouls, attacking the basket, and making valuable plays that didn't always appear in highlight clips but were essential in keeping the Fever in control. However, it wasn't only about individual efforts. The Fever's overall strategy clearly outmatched the Liberty. The team set a franchise record by knocking down 17 three-pointers, an incredible accomplishment. They shot an impressive 48% from beyond the arc, while the Liberty managed only 20%. That's more than just a statistic. It reflects a complete strategic advantage. The Fever had discovered how to stretch the court and move the ball effectively, leaving the Liberty unable to keep pace. It truly was a total team effort. Lexi Hull, who had missed a couple of easy layups earlier, redeemed herself by sinking 3 of her 4 attempts from beyond the arc. Despite those earlier mistakes, Hull stayed focused and ensured the Liberty couldn't ignore her on the perimeter. The Fever didn't simply shoot well. They shot with absolute confidence. That level of belief is rare for any team. especially one that has been fighting hard to earn recognition. Every player on the floor had the freedom to shoot, and they made the most of those opportunities. As the three-pointers continued to fall, the Liberty defense had no solution. This wasn't luck. The Fever executed their strategy perfectly from beginning to end, and whenever the team needed someone to rise to the moment, someone did. The record-setting three-point shooting, the balanced scoring attack, and the relentless defensive effort all combined to create a victory that meant far more than just another regular season win. It was a powerful statement. The Fever didn't merely defeat the Liberty. They delivered a message to the entire league. They are a legitimate contender. The atmosphere inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse was electric, and it wasn't only because of Clark's performance. The entire roster played at a level that made them appear like one of the most dangerous teams in the league. Now, the conversation around the WNBA is starting to change. It's no longer focused only on the Liberty's dominance or Stewart's legacy. Instead, it's shifting toward Caitlin Clark's incredible rise and what it means for the league's future. She's a player capable of taking control of a game, and she's already proving to the world that she isn't just here to participate. She's here to lead. And if you believe this performance was just a one-game surprise, think again. Caitlin Clark and the Fever are only beginning their journey. With the confidence Clark displayed and the clear potential of the team around her, it's obvious they are a squad worth watching. So the big question now is this: who will figure out a way to stop Caitlin Clark and this Fever team? Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us what you think. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for more weekly breakdowns, because this season is only getting started.